Paxton Lynch is pure garbage.
We going mile high. We going mile high. Up in the sky. We going mile high. We going mile high. Baby, way up in the sky. We got the energy high up in the elevation. A celebration, multiple generations. Come get a taste of that orange crush. Breathe in that blue sky and feel that mile high rush. You can't tame us or maintain control. You in Broncos country now, so let's...
Hey, what's going on, Broncos country? The preseason game actually just ended a few minutes ago. We lose to the Minnesota Vikings 42-28. And before I get into the game, just so you guys know, I'm not really freaking out over this. It's preseason. It's here for us to learn, to grow, to correct mistakes. So by the time we get to the games, it's to the season itself, we're not making these mistakes. I will say that we made a lot of bad mistakes tonight in the first half, guys. Case Keenum, I'm not freaking out. He only threw 4 passes, guys. You can't really freak out about that. Sure, our offense didn't look too hot, but then again, we only threw 4 passes. Yes, our defense did give up a few big plays against Kirk Cousins and even against the second-string Vikings. But again, guys, we're here to correct mistakes. We're here to correct our flaws and get through our holes and make plays. Guys, don't freak out, okay? This is the first game of the preseason. Don't freak out. We have a lot of games to go, guys, so I'm not freaking out over this. We still have a lot of room to learn, all right? I have a lot of faith in my Broncos. I'm not losing faith over one preseason game. As for the quarterbacking play, like I said at the beginning, Lynch sucks. Paxton Lynch. The dude is pissing his pants every single time he steps back to throw a football. Incomplete pass out to the left, incomplete pass out to the right, throws it over the receiver's head, throws it at his feet. The dude he can't do anything with the ball. Chad Kelly, on the other hand, holy crap. He threw more yardage than Paxton Lynch did on his first 3 throws. Paxton Lynch, in total, he was 4 for 9 with 12 yards and an interception. Do you know how pathetic that is for basically 2.5 quarters of play? Chad Kelly did great tonight, threw 2 touchdowns. He even got us a lead at one point. Kelly was leading the offense, making plays, throwing the ball down the field. Yes, it's the third-string Vikings defense, but hey, I like Chad Kelly. I like what he was able to do. We picked him up for a reason. I like what Kelly was able to do. So yes, I'm excited about that. Run defense. I hope we can fill that hole because that's going to kill us later in the season. I hope pass defense, we can fill in on that. Von Miller didn't actually get a lot of play time tonight, but mostly because they don't want our starters getting hurt, and I can understand that. But, yeah, guys, we made a lot of mistakes in the first half. And then we had a defensive breakdown near the end of the game. That's really what cost us the game. We could have come back, won the game, or even tied the score. But our defensive breakdowns are really what hurt us. Honestly, guys, again, I'm not freaking out over this. This is a preseason game. This is simply just to get us going. Of course, I'm going to say I think Chad Kelly should be our second-string quarterback. And honestly, I think we should just dump Paxton at this point. He's doing nothing but just draining money from the organization. I think either cut him or trade him for something. I know someone's desperate enough to take him out there. If we can't really trade him for anything worthwhile, then I say cut him. It's sad because I actually had a lot of high hopes for Paxton when he came into the league, but he's just not ready, guys. Paxton, he's just not ready. He pisses himself anytime he tries to throw a football, and that's not what we need. We need a quarterback who's able to stay calm in the pocket and throw the football. Again, our offensive line blocking is better, but not as good as it could be. I think we can definitely improve on offensive line play, but I'm not going to be too worried about this, guys. We have a lot of room to improve. I'm not going to freak out over this. Granted, yes, well, I did go to a little bit of a party viewing, and I was sort of losing my mind, jumping up and going crazy, but that's just me. I lose my mind at anything. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm going to lose my mind at a lot of things, guys. This is how it's going to go. This team gets me hyped up no matter what. I love my Broncos. Even though it's preseason, I'm just excited that football is back, guys, because it's been a long time coming. I've been just sitting around waiting for football to come back, and it's back, guys. That's the thing I can say that's a good bright spot of this. Football is back. We have our Broncos back. We have our team back. The season is ready to go. I just want to sit through the rest of the preseason and just get to the Seahawks game and see what our first stringers are going to do. But I expect less play out of Paxton Lynch as the preseason goes on. I expect more play out of Chad Kelly. Mostly because in my opinion, what we saw tonight, I think Chad Kelly should definitely be the second stringer. I was a little upset that they kept in Paxton more than they should have. Mostly because I feel that they were just keeping Paxton in because they're like desperate to prove he wasn't a failure of a draft pick. And I don't know why Elway's doing that. He's like desperate to prove that Paxton isn't a failure. When it's alright to admit, John, you drafted a bust. Everyone does. Everyone's drafted a bust. Look at the freaking Browns, for God's sakes. They've drafted who knows how many quarterback busts. It happens, you know. Paxton's just not ready. The Memphis offense clearly is not ready to prepare you for a pro-style offense. Because from what I heard is that at Memphis, they don't really even huddle. They run more of a fast-paced, no-huddle style offense, whereas in the NFL, it's more slower, it's more slowed down, it's more fast-paced, it's more, you know, more coordinated than in a college offense. And clearly, Paxton's just not ready, and that's just my opinion. One thing I want to address is the stupid new tackling rule for the NFL. I don't get how it's enforced. They showed a brief viewing of it on the screen, but I'm still confused as to how this rule is basically enforced. Just make it flag football, basically. That's what you're doing. You're taking the fun out of the league, making it more of... you can't tackle anyone anymore in this league. It's freaking ridiculous. It seems to be enforced on some plays and not enforced on others. It's like you can't even make a good tackle anymore. In fact, later this night, the Chargers and the Cardinals were playing a preseason game, and there was a perfect form tackle made, and it was called for unnecessary roughness. Guys, this rule, I tell you, it's going to ruin football, because now you can't even make a good hard-nosed hit anymore without getting called for it. This league, man. Hopefully this new rules repealed somehow or changed somehow, because this is just going to ruin football. Anyway, guys, that's just my opinion on this last preseason game. Again, I'm not going to freak out. It's a preseason game. We have plenty of time to fix the problems we had and get all tuned up by the time I get to the Seahawks game. I think you know what, I'll do recap videos for the other 3 preseason games if I have time to watch them, because I'm going to be pretty busy the next few weeks. I'll try to get a recap video out when I can, but mostly it's going to be more of the same. I'll see if I can get one out. I'll do one. But yeah, guys, this is basically just my opinion on how we played tonight. Again, don't freak out, guys. Yes, we lose to the Vikings 42-28, but don't freak out. We've made a valiant effort in the second half to come back from the game. We just dug ourselves too big of a hole, but Kelly did his best. Guys, anyways, this is just my opinion. Let me know your opinion down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, share the video with your friends. And again, just let me know your opinion. How do you think we did tonight, and what do you think about Chad Kelly? Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Broncos country. Adios.